Yo, what's up? Sloppy Stu coming back at you with another addition to the Trident War Series. So as you guys know, I always use the Trident basically in war. It's a new name for it since I'm a boring YouTuber, but I do like it more than the Trinity there, so I'm gonna embrace it. The Trident there. I use the Trident. Alright, so fighting MNG, aka the barcodes. Again with them, I mean, you never know really which one you're fighting unless you try to do like a ton of work, so it's kind of annoying. And you guys have heard me rant about that, about how Kabam shouldn't really allow it. So I still think it's kind of dumb, but I mean, it's technically within the rules. But first fight here is Black Bolt. He's got an unblockable special 2 there, so he does kind of like that like corkscrew spin at you. So I mean, that's not that easy to evade if you got distance, but if you're close, I know that he's caught me a couple times, like in the past in map 6 on, it's like one of the last paths on the right there, where he can be kind of a bitch, but he's not that bad. I just knew I needed to get a special 2 there, and then I was a little surprised he shot that special 1 since he's a special 2 node, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I'll take it. Next fight here, pretty sure, yep. So my buddy there, handle that node. So then I got the mini again. So 27, the mini that I've been taking a lot lately. I love Path 3, so this one's good. You guys know, again, he's got the 5,000 armor, stun immune. So I'm a little worried that he could clip me, because last war you guys saw that OG Spider-Man kind of made me crap myself. So lessons learned from that fight. He's already evading a ton there. So I'm just gonna kind of build up some poise charges. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I can get a special 1 or special 2 off on him and he doesn't evade it. But like I always say, I'm trying to bait out those heavies there, so I'm blocking, wait for him to try to use his heavy. His is easy to evade, he just kind of does like a little backflip there. But his special 1, he clips me there for a second, but Starkey kind of saved me again. It's kind of like what happened in the last war. So sometimes he can save you, sometimes he can kind of hurt you with that evade. But luckily here I get the special 2 off and he's down. So this war, I didn't really boost as much as I have in the other ones. Like, I think I was confident there, so I just used like the 20-minute, it's like green one, it's like the attack, and I think it's just attack, it's the 2 of them or whatever. But here I'm waiting to get opened up on this path, so I'm like, I was just gonna continue down for at least this one more node. So it's a science there, and I was expecting, I mean, pretty much anyone. Luke Cage kind of caught me by surprise, but I just know it's going to be a little bit of a longer fight since he's bleed immune with Blade. But Luke Cage isn't terribly hard. I know one war last season or something, I got clipped with that special 1 there, so just make sure you have space. It's not super hard to evade, but I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, and it's gonna come back and bite me saying this, but you just gotta have distance. You guys will see it on the Archangel fight coming up, but as long as you have a little bit of distance, you can still evade, and if you don't have that distance, you gotta make sure that you double evade, and I screwed up on that coming up here eventually. But he's down. He's not particularly super hard, like I was saying there. I mean, he goes indestructible for a little bit, so could be annoying, and his specials aren't incredibly hard to evade. So he's not the hardest champ. I mean, he is bleed immune, so it just takes a little longer. Here, I'm expecting it's tech, and usually it's always an Ultron here, so it's the, what is that one? Avengers 2 Ultron or whatever, Age of Ultron, that's what it's called. So it's the movie Ultron. I'm not sure if I think he's harder than the other one. I guess he can bleed you, so that's a little worse, and the other one poisons you. But, I mean, and this one heals too, so just being like mindful of the evade here. I'm not super worried about him because I do have danger sense, and you just bait out his special 1. I'm just worried that you do an evade like there or something, and he is bleed immune obviously, so just gonna take a little longer, but just beat him down with Blade. Nothing too crazy there. I mean, you kind of get the usual suspects on your path for the most part. Next one here is a tech and unblockable special 1. I'm not really sure who I'm thinking it would be, but I just heal up Sparky here real quick, and I'm just gonna go in with him as like the safety net in case it's a special one that's hard to evade. And it's Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler's special one is kind of hard to evade. Usually I'll kind of block on those like laser beams there, and then when he throws his like pumpkin bomb, I evade that. But luckily I did bring Sparky because his first one is kind of hard. I mean, you can kind of double swipe or triple swipe maybe, and you evade his like laser beams coming at you there, and then he'll throw the pumpkin bomb. But for here, I was just like, I'm just gonna beat the crap out of him, hopefully get him to bait out a special one. And he does have whatever that mastery is that when you evade, he goes unstoppable. So you do have to be a little mindful of that. But here I know I can get a special 2, and I mean, he's healing pretty good, but that special 2 is so strong, especially with the rank 5. So that was good. And then I'm coming up to my normal mini boss there, Archangel. You guys have seen the last probably 4 wars or something. I think I've fought him 3 out of the 4 times. So I'm pretty confident here. It's a rank 4 compared to the rank 5s I've been fighting, but as you guys will see in a second, I'll break it down a little bit. I do screw up on this one. So here, I mean, he is stunning me. He gives me, right off the bat goes in with a heavy, and if he gives you that opening, you really might as well take it there. So I do take it, take my opportunity there. He's got the taunt on him. I'm just gonna try to build up some poise charges. He does another heavy. I'm like, all right, I'll take that opening again. And I mean, just bait out those heavies there, special 1. So here I intercept, and I mentioned this last fight.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yep. So a little too close there. I should have double swiped back. I was too close. And then here, get him with the heavy, special 2, and you guys will see it here. Coming up, he'll fires a special 1 here right now, and I'm too far back, way too far back, and a little slow, try to intercept, and I don't get him there. So earlier in that fight, I was close enough to intercept him there, and I was really quick off the draw there, but here, a little slow, a little far back, and I try to intercept, and he just smacks me. And then besides that special 1 there, you just gotta have that distance, or you gotta double swipe back. So you can see I evade back, but I'm still too close, and that first part of the special is really the main unblockable part, and he just clips me with his wings. He does have a lot of range, so maybe on a different fight would have got him. But I go in with Blade. I'm thinking I can just finish him off, get a few parries, get a few bleeds. Obviously stun immune, but then I get clipped on the wing again there, and I start to bleed. I start to kind of like panic a little bit, but I know if I can get a special there, he can bleed out. But I am worried that he'll fire the special 1, but nope, he's down. So kind of sloppy there. I mean, those are good tips to look out for. Just make sure you have that distance when you're evading, and if you don't, you have to double swipe back to evade. But lessons learned, off season. But thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.